What is up, guys? Welcome back for another day of the 30 in 30 challenge. Alright, so unfortunately I wasn't able to upload the last couple of days. This has been one of the big lessons of the challenge so far up until here, is that when you're doing something crazy like that, 30 videos in 30 days, you have to allow some time for real life stuff. And the last couple of days, I can't really get into it, but some real life stuff happened and I hadn't really allocated space for that. So that's a lesson for me, and it is what it is, and I'm gonna keep pushing through and get the rest of the videos done for the 30 videos. That is the goal, that is my commitment. I want to get 30 videos done, and that's what I'm going to achieve. So I have a really special video today. I'm going down to the Entrance, which is a town that's very significant to me. It was the town I was living in when I really found parkour. I really started my training, and it's a seasonal town, so people only come during holiday seasons, which means it's built up, and I had this whole town to myself basically with these incredible spots, and it really built the foundations of who I became as an athlete. And I like to go back there and do training whenever I can and just sort of recalibrate my training. These spots I've been training at for 15 years, which means that I remember in my body how it felt to train there at certain parts of my journey. I'm coming out of this injury and I want to go and test some like power challenges and some standing precisions, but I like to go back there and do jumps that I remember what they used to feel like when they were really hard, and I'll have some footage I can show you of that. And then at certain periods of my training journey, I remember how these spots felt. So it's, you know, I'm 32 years old now, and I like to go and test my body and see where I'm at, recalibrate, see how my body's faring out, see how far I can push, and going back to these spots is the best way to do that for me. They're not the hardest jumps, but some of them are like right at the peak of my max jump, and yeah, I really just want to go and test that out today and see how I go. The Entrance bridge that we're going over right now, I got arrested on this bridge one time, and they actually banned me for 24 hours over the bridge, meaning when I was going home that day, I couldn't drive back over. I had to drive around the lake, which is that way, because they wouldn't let me drive back over the bridge. When I actually spoke to the police officers, they came in and they were like they came in really hot and like, "What are you doing? Are you trying to kill yourself?" I was like, no, I'm just doing parkour. And like, I managed to defuse the situation, and they were really nice police officers. But yeah, they had to basically give me a little ticket and banned me from the bridge, which I think is a funny story. Anyway. So there's the first spot. This was my classic warm-up spot. Purple Wars. Hasn't changed a bit, really. Looks exactly the same. This is the I think I can crane that spot. I think I can crane that. Boom. So many videos, so many memories here. How cool is it to come back 10 years later and do the running pre in a pair of Farang shoes? If I was to tell like 15-year-old Shaun that there'd be parkour shoes, I wouldn't have believed you. I want to try and get it in one or two jumps. Here's the area. Tried to hurdle over this to there. I'll put the clip here.
Thinking about all of the ways I would move, just in case we don't make it to the moon. My head in the clouds is enough for me lately. I I guess the move would be to fabricate an alibi for every situation that I never seem to satisfy. You with me though, but are you really though? This metronome is wavy, why you trying to save me from myself? I may keep time, but these lines are sensitive. I need time to beeline the primitive. My evolution is everything, and my resurrection tells me that the only way to get to you is with the blessing. I'm sorry that we stayed, sorry we didn't pray, sorry we didn't have the energy to walk away. I'm sorry that the only thing I have is far away, but now I think the only way of watching you from a distance is living. We ain't got no time to mess around. I see now that everything can be torn down. The pinnacle of excellence sat between your fingertips. I guess now you pass the torch that we leaned against. I know.
Who is that guy? I don't know what I was thinking, but I remember just sending a gainer straight off the top of there. I guess that's probably about the time that Russian videos started to get popular. This jump's an interesting one because it's just like right at the edge of my max jump. I think I can go a little bit further, but I've always struggled with it, and there was a point in time where I couldn't hit it at all. I've got a feeling I'm probably not going to be able to hit it today because of the knee injury, but I'm going to give it a shot. Well, stand up there at least and see how it feels, and then go for it. This jump here is a good one for me to calibrate with. Such a problem for me. That jump has plagued me for my entire parkour career. Well, today's taken a very unexpected turn. I thought that I was just here to check out some old spots and do a couple of jumps, but I don't know how to explain it, but I might possibly be in the best. From a pure strength point of view, I'm maybe in the best shape I've ever been in. Not that the jumps that I'm doing are hard, they're not particularly hard jumps. It's just that I've done those jumps, I've been doing those jumps for 15 years, and I know what they feel like for me usually, and I know what they felt like today, and they weren't challenging. And of course this is progress. This is the way it's meant to be. I'm meant to be better than I was when I was 15. I'm meant to have had progress. I'm meant to be stronger. But I've really gone through this journey over the last year with this knee injury of being very attached to the injury and not being able to see a day that it was going to end. And to be making breakthroughs like this today, fuck, it means a lot to me. To come out on the other side and be maybe stronger in my legs than I was prior, this is something I'm gonna have to give, I'm gonna have to really let set in, and it just continues to strengthen this thing of letting go of the narratives that we create for ourselves, and that a lot of the restrictions that we put on ourselves are restrictions that we've put on ourselves. I've one banged everything today. I've pretty much first time hit jumps that I know what they used to feel like, and now they felt easy. I think this further strengthens some of the points that I was making in yesterday's episode about resistance and pushing through resistance, because what I've found in my life is that it's usually directly on the other side of resistance that these things that we're working towards start to happen. It's often after this, it's this contract and relax. We're always going to have bad days, and then we're always going to have good days, and unless we push through those bad days and we keep going and we keep working on whatever it is we're trying to achieve, we're not going to have those breakthroughs. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I really enjoyed getting out to the entrance and making it. Bit of an unexpected ending. I'm super happy. It makes me feel really grateful about my body and have a lot of love for my body and where it's at. And don't forget to hit that like button, maybe subscribe if you want to. We're back on the challenge till we get to 30 videos, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.